There are millions of people working in the American legal industry. Attorneys, paralegals, court reporters, legal videographers, notaries, interpreters, process servers, investigators, litigation support professionals, experts, mediators, and dozens of other professionals who make the legal system function every single day. They work incredibly hard. They build careers. They build businesses. They build reputations. And yet, for an industry built almost entirely around professional relationships, the infrastructure connecting these people is surprisingly fragmented. Think about it. An attorney gets a call from someone with a case outside their practice area. Who do they send that person to? Maybe they remember somebody from law school. Maybe they text another attorney. Maybe they search Google. Maybe they post somewhere online. Maybe they simply say, "I'm sorry, we don't handle that." And that's where an opportunity can disappear. Someone, somewhere in the legal industry can solve that problem. The problem isn't necessarily that the right person doesn't exist. The problem is the connection. There are people on both sides of these needs every day. Someone needs something. Someone else can provide it. But there isn't always a road connecting them. And that's the idea behind JusVox. We're not trying to change the practice of law. We're not trying to tell attorneys how to represent their clients. And we're certainly not trying to become another giant social network where millions of people shout into the same feed. We're interested in something surrounding all of that, the infrastructure around the legal profession. Imagine the legal industry as an enormous building. Inside that building, some of the most important work in society takes place. But surrounding that building are millions of professionals trying to find one another. They're climbing different ladders, maintaining different contact lists, searching different directories, sending emails, making phone calls, posting in groups, asking friends. Do you know somebody who does this? The building exists. The people exist. The expertise exists. What's missing is better scaffolding around it. That's what we want to build. A professional network specifically designed around the people who make the legal industry work. Not because the legal industry needs another social media website. It doesn't. It needs something far more useful. It needs connective tissue. And that's where JusVox begins. When we started thinking about JusVox, there was an important principle we kept coming back to. Legal professionals don't need us to tell them how to do their jobs. From one place to another. And that's exactly how we think about JusVox. Your professional profile becomes part of that scaffolding. Your business page becomes part of it. The groups you join, the people you meet, the jobs you post, the assignments you discover, the professional relationships you develop, the events you find, the information you share, and especially the referrals you make. Consider something as simple as an attorney receiving a potential client they can't serve. Maybe it's the wrong jurisdiction. Maybe it's outside their practice area. Historically, that can become a dead end. But what if it becomes a junction instead? What if that attorney has access to a professional community where they can find the appropriate attorney, develop that relationship, and make the introduction? JusVox doesn't need to dictate the relationship between those attorneys. Those professionals can determine what's appropriate. They can follow the professional and ethical requirements applicable to them. We're simply creating the place where those relationships can begin. And referrals are only one example. Imagine a paralegal looking for their next opportunity, a court reporter expanding into another market, a videographer looking for assignments, a firm trying to find an interpreter. Each one represents the same fundamental equation. One person has a need. Another person has the solution. Our job is to shorten the distance between them. That's the scaffolding. And the more professionals who participate, the more useful that scaffolding becomes. Because we're not building JusVox around one profession within legal. We're building it around the legal ecosystem. That's a fundamentally different idea. An attorney-only network can connect attorneys to attorneys. A notary network can connect notaries. But the actual legal industry doesn't operate that way. The professions intersect constantly. Cases move between them. Work moves between them. Money moves between them. Careers move between them.
relationships move between them. So why shouldn't the professional network reflect the way the industry actually works? That's the opportunity. And that's why our ambition for JusVox is much bigger than creating another directory. We want to create the scaffolding around an entire professional ecosystem.